With all of this Harvey Weinstein #MeToo protesting going around, I thought it was about time that I preach my piece about this. So let's get into the Chris Brown question. It's about time. I'm listening. Once upon a time, back in 2009, a 15-year-old Chris Brown and his 16-year-old girlfriend Rihanna got into an argument in their car that quickly escalated into a physical fight. It wasn't until later that it was discovered that this wasn't an abnormal occurrence for the young couple. After pleading guilty, Brown was sentenced to community service with a request from the opposition to enforce physical labor, as well as domestic abuse counseling and a restraining order for Rihanna, not to mention the massive amount of public scrutiny he endured. Let me stop to say that I do not condone abuse or harassment of any form toward anyone. That is not the question. What is the question? The Chris Brown question is about reform. Reform is defined as improving something and encouraging it to abandon evil ways by introducing a better method or course of action. This man is put through physical labor, counseling, and public shaming. So, that doesn't mean he's changed. I'm not saying that these things alone are enough to completely regain trust in him or any person, but this is what I would like to propose. If Rihanna has forgiven him, why shouldn't we? And this is true. These days, Rihanna and Chris Brown are actually close to each other. So, if the victim of the initial situation feels safe, is no longer trapped under the power of their aggressor mentally, physically, or emotionally, and they support their aggressor in their life and career, who are the bystanders to say that that person is unforgivable? I bring this up to relate to the #MeToo movement. Yes, the specific situations are different, but the structures are really similar. Someone takes advantage of their higher status in a power structure. But what is the purpose of #MeToo? Are we just trying to remove people from their jobs? I agree that taking them out of their position of power is important, but that just seems to be where we're stopping, just pulling them out of their jobs. And there should be more to it than that. We shouldn't just throw people out in the street to rot in their mistakes. There should be a path towards reform and reintegration. In an ideal world, we would want to replace them with someone that respects and enforces the standards of a safe workplace. Then, after the offender has gone through some form of reform process that would include like workplace training and counseling, they'd be given the opportunity to rejoin the business at a lower level under the constraints of the new regulations. This way, they're allowed to continue their lives in a way that is safe for everyone. But also, the issue is completely handled, so that way it prevents a cultural lapse back into old ways. But that's just an ideal. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to keep hearing from me, please hit the subscribe button, as well as check out my Instagram, Facebook, and theordinaryscholar.com, all of which are linked in the description. And if you really like what's going on here, please consider checking out my Patreon account. But until next time, valedictions, friends.